Danny Kim, 120 pounds, two-time U.S. national champion, two-time U.S. Olympic team member. Danny Kim in the blue corner. We have Hyon Lee, 120 pounds, three-time U.S. Olympic team member, World Championship bronze medalist. Hyon Lee.
Hyon Lee from San Diego, California, stands 5'5", 120. He's in the blue. And in the red is Danny Kim, 5'7", 120 pounds from Honolulu.
Yeah, Danny just won the national championship this year in Ames, Iowa, and was second place at the U.S. team trials. And a beautiful cut kick, back spinning hook kick by Hyon Lee to open the round.
Boy, we were talking about premium of action. They're going for it right here.
Well, this is Danny Kim. He wanted this match. He wanted to fight who he called the legend, Hyon Lee. He grew up watching Hyon compete, Hyon being a three-time national champion. He wanted to fight Hyon and see how he could do. He considers Hyon the best.
Well, for a youngster who considers himself the protege going against his hero, you got to like the way he's taking it to Lee.
Yeah, he's not showing him giving him any quarter. He's showing him that he's here to fight. He's not here just to give him too much respect. And here's that cut kick, back spinning hook kick to open the round. Just missing Danny Kim's head.
Good shot by Danny to get out of the way. Here's Dan going after him again.
And there we are picking up the action. We got Hyon. They're in a clinch right now. Danny just moving backwards, throwing two kicks in the span of less than a second. Moving backwards, trying to get away from Hyon Lee.
Second match of the evening, first round. Hyon Lee in the blue, Daniel Kim in the red.
Yeah, Hyun's piling up some one-point shots here.
We're in the final seconds of our first round. Hyon Lee against Daniel Kim. Kim, a gold medalist at the World Collegiate Trials and a member of the World Cup team. Let's get a closer look at Danny Kim.
When I start training, I like to focus on my opponent. And that way, I get myself ready, psyched up. When I step into the ring, there's no excuses. I know what's to be done. I've studied my opponent. I've studied myself. And the only thing I have to do is just perform, produce. In the early competitions, my training consists of I used to go for long periods of time, maybe 6 to 8 hours, just going over form, trying to get my form perfect, the right technique. If I saw somebody who had an awesome kick or awesome technique, I would study it until I had it. Now, as I mature as a fighter and as a Taekwondo martial artist, I like to keep it short and simple, short and sweet. That way I don't get burnt out or anything. Basically, I think my opponent's myself. If I'm disciplined enough, if I prepared enough for the fight, no matter the outcome, win or lose, if I knew I prepared well, then I'm proud of myself. But of course, we always like to win.
Some good insights into Danny Kim.
Yeah, absolutely. Danny Kim credits a lot of his success to his mom. She's been a very strong influence in his life.
This is round 2 of our second match of the evening. Ooh, look at that by Hyon Lee.
Hyon Lee starting again with a cut kick, back spinning kick. Danny Kim with a back kick right there. The interesting thing about Hyon Lee and that technique was he did the same thing on the opposite side to open the first round. Incredible amount of skill.
How'd you have that scored after the first round?
At the end of the first round, we ended up having it Danny Kim leading by 1 point over Hyon Lee, 6-5. Hyun's going to push the action a little bit. You can see that coming in with a cut kick to Danny's lower section, his hip area, taking his center of gravity away and knocking him on the ground.
Now Daniel Kim, he's in red. Hyon Lee in the blue.
Daniel Kim, axe kick to the face. Daniel Kim going to pile up some points with that one. It's going to be interesting to see if the judges give him a 5-point score for a jumping kick to the head or just a 3-point score. We're not sure if his feet were on the ground when he launched that technique.
Both men airborne on that one, on that exchange.
Danny Kim glancing over at the score to see where he stands. Hyon Lee standing in the center of the ring, getting ready to push the action, as is his style.
This is round number 2, 3 90-second rounds in our matches tonight.
Daniel Kim, hard shot to the body. That's going to take some energy out of Hyon Lee. At this altitude and that kind of hard body shot, Hyun's going to be looking for oxygen at the end of round 2.
Tell you what, you get hit like that, such a quick blow. It's a real stunner, isn't it? Hyon Lee out of San Diego, California. Let's get a closer look.
Through the knowledge that I achieved from competing internationally, that gives me a lot of confidence to do what I do. As in, competing-wise, I'm very sure of it. I'm very positive of it. I believe that my kicks are the strongest kicks in the world, and I don't think no one's gonna kick the way I kick or punch the way I punch.
Gotta love the confidence of these two gentlemen, Daniel Kim in red, Hyon Lee in blue, and a reminder that the judges score at the end of each round, and it's not
a flying side
instantaneous.
kick, excuse me, Dave. That was a flying side kick by Danny Kim.
Look at Hyon Lee.
Hyon Lee's really going to have to pile on the points at this point. That was a low shot, a spinning roundhouse kick by Hyon Lee. Daniel Kim attempting the under kick, and here it is. Here's Hyon with the spinning roundhouse kick. A closer look at the actual impact of that right to the groin area. Not sure if it hit him right on the cup, but definitely a large bruise he's going to have on the inside of his thigh.
Not for the squeamish. Daniel Kim pushing the action here against Hyon Lee.
As you can see, we have a score of 14-6 in favor of Danny Kim. He really piled on the points with some more difficult techniques. The more difficult the technique, the higher the score.
5 points spinning. You get 5 points for spin or a jumping kick to the head. And we've seen a lot of airborne action here in this match.
These two are definitely high flyers. Daniel Kim, a few minutes ago, a flying side kick attempt at Hyon Lee's head. He's pushing the action. He feels that he can beat his idol. Hyon Lee in the blue has to push the action right now. Daniel Kim, double roundhouse kick, setting up kind of a trapping motion. He got Hyon Lee coming in and hit him with the back kick, then fell to the mat.
Certainly not an abundance of awe from Danny Kim. He has a lot of respect for Hyon Lee, but he's going after him.
He came here to win. Altitude or not, he came here to win, and that's the end of round 3. I think you're going to see Danny Kim with a victory here.
Look at Lee bent over. He took some shots and feeling the effects right now at this altitude.
Absolutely.
Red 17, blue 11. Red wins.
So your winner is Danny Kim out of Honolulu, Hawaii. He defeats Hyon Lee of San Diego, California. Coming up with Pro TKD, the exciting artistry of Shannon and Brian Gallagher.